Perfect Mistake, Chapter 22, Veneer. Cal says it's time to pick out a finish for the display cases. He still has some modifications to do, but he wants Mr. Bavella to choose the finish color now. This means a trip to the bakery. Seeing as I'm home on suspension, Mom says it's okay for me to go with Cal. Just don't get into any more trouble, she says, but she probably doesn't want me moping around the house all day. There's been no change with Will. I ask her first thing in the morning, but Will still hasn't woken up. On the way to the bakery, I see a rolled up newspaper lying in the driveway and think of Sam. She hasn't returned any of my texts, which is no surprise. I accused her brother of lying. Of course she doesn't want to talk to me. It's almost lunchtime, so I'm relieved she'll be in school instead of at the bakery. Maybe I can explain everything to her when I get back on Monday after my suspension is over. Cal laughs. I realize he's been talking and I missed it. What? He glances at me. What? Like, what does that word mean, or did you miss all of that? My cheeks grow warm. Cal is quick to squeeze my shoulder. Hey, it's okay, buddy. I space out all the time. I can repeat my awful joke about varnish. He winks. Did you hear about the woodworker who died when he fell into a vat of varnish? He pauses for dramatic effect, hands off the steering wheel. It was a terrible end, but a beautiful finish. Da-da-da. I half laugh. That's a terrible joke. Imagine being terrible at jokes, Cal said, and I laugh for real. Am I doing that right? He asks, and I laugh even harder. It's not the same as playing with my friends, but I appreciate it. What are you so busy thinking about over there? He asks. Sam's mad at me. What for? I think her brother's hiding something about what happened to Will. Cal lets out a low whistle. That's heavy, man. Is this something we need to share with your parents? Your mom was pretty upset about that fight at school. Your dad, too. Shelley also warned me not to do anything that would end up on my permanent record, as if I'm going to be competing for a scholarship like her. I don't know yet, I tell Cal, but when I do, I'll spill. Good, he says. I don't recommend learning the hard way. It sucks. It does suck. I got into a fight just like Cal, and I didn't even want to do it. I wonder if the guy Cal hit wanted to fight. He hurt Cal's girlfriend. I wonder if she was mad too. Is that why you and Jenny broke up? I blurt out. Pause. What? The girl in the picture. You called her Jenny when I brought you those waffles. Did you guys break up because of the fight? Was she mad at you for it? Cal glances in the rearview mirror, then back at the road. Yeah, Jenny was mad, but honestly, it's none of your business. You gotta respect my boundaries, man. Sorry. Don't be sorry. Just stay out of my personal life, okay? I just want to know what happened. He lets out a slow breath, just like Mom. We were good together. I messed it up. The end. I wait for Cal to say something else, but he doesn't. We park the supervan beside the bakery and go inside with Cal's finished samples. He has little square wood chips glued to the board that show a dozen different colors and levels of shine. Some are dull, like the wood on our front porch, and others are shiny as an ice cube. Mr. Bavella is worried about picking the wrong color. That's the great thing about working with solid wood, Cal tells him. Most furniture is a veneer finish, a thin ply of hardwood over particle board, so you can't sand it down, but with this wood we can. So let's pick your top 3 finishes and I'll do some big test pieces. Mr. Bavella smiles. He seems relieved that his furniture isn't fake. I don't blame him. The idea of hiding cheap stuff behind a thin piece of real wood sounds pretty sneaky to me. It's lunchtime, but the bakery isn't that busy. A girl I don't know is working the register. I glance at the swinging door to the kitchen for the 1,000th time, and somehow, Sam is there. Sam? Mr. Bavella glances at the counter. Sam stayed home from school today. He looks at me and actually smiles. She assured me it was her choice to skip her shift Saturday, not yours. The last thing I expected was a sort of apology from Mr. Bavella. I'm so surprised I just sit there for a minute, wondering what Sam must have said to change his mind. Cal nudges me. Why don't you go talk to your friend? I'll get you when we're done. I get up from the table and walk over to the counter slowly, hoping that Cal won't tell Mr. Bavella I got suspended for fighting. That would not go over well. Sam watches me with a flat expression. I can't tell if she's mad at me or not, but when I get to the counter, she tips her head for me to follow and goes through the swinging door. I step into the back with my heart beating a little harder. What I find is an assembly line of people packing boxes with cookies of all kinds. We have a huge birthday party this afternoon, Sam says, and I breathe a sigh of relief that she doesn't seem to be angry. Until I see her brother standing at the end of the line. Panic rushes through me. What is Luca doing here? It's his travel period, Sam says. He stopped by to help us, but I guess it's time to do this. She takes a deep breath. Luca, can I talk to you for a minute? Sam's brother looks up with a smile, which vanishes as soon as he sees me standing next to her. He glances around like he's considering making a break for it. Sam walks over and takes his arm. Let's go outside, she says. I follow them to a door on the far side of the room. As soon as the door clicks shut behind us, Luca turns on me. What is wrong with you? Why did you have to drag my little sister into this? Heat flashes through me. Why doesn't Jared want me to talk to the dog lady? I have no idea, Luca says. Then why did Joey attack me? Joey attacked you, Sam says. Yeah, at school after you left. I'm suspended. That's why I'm here. Joey said Jared saw us talking to the dog lady. He warned me to stop prying into things. A look of horror crosses Sam's face. Luca, what's going on? I've been trying really hard to believe you, but this is ridiculous. Are you lying about what happened to Will? Luca looks up at the sky, his fists clenched. Why can't you just leave it alone? Luca, Sam says, you know I can't do that. Luca looks at me again, his jaw twitches. I ask him the same question I asked Sam. You know CPR, right? Luca's face crumbles. He nods. There was water in Will's lungs, I said. Somebody did CPR on him. I saw the bruises. I didn't know the kid hit his head. Luca's voice breaks. Tears shine at the corner of his eyes. I should have jumped in sooner. I should have gone in right after him. Oh my God, Sam says. What happened? Please just tell us. He tripped, Luca says, and my blood runs cold. Will fell into the pit and landed in the water. Yes, I did CPR. What else was I supposed to do? I wasn't going to let him die. Sam covers her face with her hands. Her shoulders shake. I'm sorry, Sammy, Luca says. I'm so sorry. None of this makes any sense. Will just tripped, I asked. Jared didn't do anything to him? Luca wipes his tears away. Jared tossed Will the bottle, but he caught it fine. Will walked over to the pit with it and tripped. Fell in head first. I should have known he might have a head injury. We trained for that at the pool. It all happened so fast. You told the police that Will left the roundhouse. You said he tried to follow me. I'm sorry, Luca says. He didn't. I can't feel anything. My whole body has gone numb. Will never left the roundhouse. He didn't even try to follow me. Luca, how could you? Sam says through her tears. I'm sorry, Luca says. I got him out of the water, got his airway clear. He was breathing, but he just wouldn't wake up. I took Joey home. Jared said he would deal with Will. They told everyone that Will tried to follow me, but that isn't what happened. It was an accident, and they tried to cover it up. Red-hot resolve pours through my veins. What happened after you did CPR? We carried Will to Jared's car, Luca says. Jared was going to take him to the hospital. I'm so sorry, Sam. I never should have taken them to the res with us. We have to tell the police, Sam says. Luca nods. Fresh tears run down his cheeks. The police. Yellow tape. We saw it at the roundhouse, but also on Brookside Drive. Wait! They both look at me. If Jared was taking Will to the hospital, how did Will end up by the side of the road? I don't know, Luca says. I really don't.